everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Reborn. So last time, on the last part, we actually took out Aya. It was actually one of the more challenging battles, but anyways, before we head off and save the children with our new ability to use the Strength TM or HM, we're actually going to do some side quests here in the Wasteland. And it's raining, which is really good. You kind of need the rain for this side quest. This is also one of the more important side quests because it's not only for a starter, but it is for a starter that you can't get any other way. So if you were watching me on the previous part, you probably noticed that I skipped over a lot of these tubes over here that you could change the colors of, and you probably noticed I skipped a lot because I wanted to do it in this part. So you want to go around the Wasteland. There should be 5 tubes, just like this, and you want to change their colors. You want to change them, should be from blue to red, but that might just be my game. So there's the second one, and the third one should be over here. I think I want to go this way, actually. The fourth one will be down here, and right before we head off to the fifth one, there is a trigger for another side quest that we're going to do after this one right here. It's this gravestone. You'll notice a very familiar name when you talk to it. Now, if it's raining, the starting trigger for the current side quest we're on will be this guy right here. You want to talk to him multiple times. And eventually when he gets to the part where he just says, now that I think about it, maybe someone else around here has seen it. Perhaps if you ask around, you'll find some kind of lead. Once he gets to that point, he just repeats it all over again, and you know you're good to go for the side quest. So over here is the last set of tubes. This should be all 5 of them. And now that we've changed the color of all of them, I can't go back that way. Rip. But now that we've changed the colors of them, I despise the trees here. But once you change the colors of them, a pathway should open up, and we have to go back this way, unfortunately. But you might, I really despise the trees here, but you might have noticed that earlier this door was closed, and now it is open. Once you hit all 5 of those tubes, this door should be open from now on, and you'll enter a bit of a dark area down here. I don't think there's a lot of items here, so I'm not too worried about that. Again, this side quest is really long-winded. So once you get into, not this room yet. There's also a lot of really good items you can get on this side quest. But it is one of kind of the longer side quests in general, so that could be annoying. I'm going to slide down all of these pipes, and okay, we're not there yet. And the ledge is right here. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little bit obnoxious, honestly. We're going to go back inside of here. We're going to head over this way. And not quite yet. There's a certain part that I sometimes mess up, and I want to make sure that I do not mess it up. Not again. So now that we are over here, should be the right path, I believe. We can jump down. There should be a sticky barb right here. It's not really that great of an item, but it's something. Alright, finally, in this cavern, it might seem like a little bit of a dead end, but over by this tube, there's actually an entrance hidden by it, which is where you want to go to move on. I'm going to use another repel. And over here, did I miss it? No, I don't. No, I didn't. Okay. Actually, on one of these barrels right here is a focus sash. This should be the second one that you can get. So like I said, this side quest has a lot of really good items that you can get. So now I believe we want to slide down here. There's another moonstone right there. So now from that moonstone, if you'll notice that I'm splicing this video, it's because my recording software actually crashed. So from here, you want to go up this ladder in this cavern. You can actually go out this cavern and you'll realize you're just going in a loop. So instead, once you get up here, you actually want to go back down on the... That's weird. Back down on the ladder. You want to push the strength rock out of the way. And you want to go down these steps and hop that ledge. It's really hard to see that ledge. It's kind of obscure. You don't want to go south though, because there's another ledge there and you'll have to go through this process again. There's another strength boulder right there that you can now push out of the way, and you can now move on to find the Squirtle, who's over here just chilling in the pool. Also over here there was a TM, I believe it was for secret power. There's a nugget on this bush, and there was an ability capsule on this bush. So again, like I said, there's a lot of really good items that you can get along this way just by doing this event. So even if you don't want to do the Squirrel event, even if you don't think you want to complete the Pokedex later, or you don't want to use this thing, it's still kind of worth your while. So I'm going to save in front of the Squirtle, and I'll talk to you when I get it. Actually, I had a pretty decent time of catching this. Nope. And that's going to the locks. So now that that's all taken care of, it's time to leave here, which might seem a bit complicated, but it's really not. Just push this boulder out of the way, and... Where are... Okay. Even I'm getting a little bit lost, but you'll come out behind that test tube, and then you should come out over here. And this should kind of look familiar. Should be a full heal right there, and there should be a poison barb. But once you've done all that, you can just hop this ledge, and you can kind of see where we're at right now. So now that that's done, there is one more side quest I want to take care of. Like I said earlier, if you haven't, you want to talk to this gravestone right here. And that triggers the event for this event to happen. Now we want to come over this way, hop this ledge, destroy that rock, and over here destroy this rock. If you didn't talk to that gravestone, this boulder will not appear. So we want to push this boulder all the way over here and drop down, push the boulder all the way to the side. And I kind of recommend that you save right now. So this is kind of a difficult battle. And let's see. I'm actually not going to cheese it with something like the Kurashia Mask or Toxic or anything like that. Or I might. But you want to save before you talk to this gravestone right here. Alright, so now that we've saved, we want to talk to the gravestone, and Puriation should appear. It's Spectral Kiki, and she's going to have a level 65 Metacham. I'm going to start off by faking it out for a little bit of chip damage, then I'm going to set up a Reflect. Her moves that I know of should be Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and I believe Drain Punch. So I believe I'm going to send out my Clink here. And I just don't want my Roserade to take some damage when I send it out, because it's a very, very low roll for my Roserade to live this, even with Reflect up. So I lived it just barely. The reason I used Leech Seed over Toxic is because my Roserade has Poison Point, and this Metacham is physical, so it's better to get both than try to Toxic it when it's already poisoned and not get it off at all. So let's see what to do. Meowstic's no longer really useful, so I'll go with that. Again, she has Drain Punch, so she's going to try to out-sustain you, no matter what you do. which can be really annoying. I'm just gonna fake her out again, stall some turns out. I think I can set up Reflect again. Okay, good. And next turn should be the end of her. If you need to, you could Perish Song her, or you could use the Curse strategy with Yamask and the Quick Claw, or anything else really that works for you. Turns out to be a Misdreavus, and you can actually take the Misdreavus with you. And again, this is the only Misdreavus in the game, so you want to take this thing with you. So I'm going to push this boulder out of the way, just so you can kind of see where we're at. So anyways, that's the first 2 side quests for the Wasteland done. And I'm going to meet you back at the railroad in the Opal Ward. I think it's time we continued on with the story. Alrighty, so here we are at the train tracks in the Opal Ward, and we're going to move over. There's Kane. Also, something I didn't mention was that there should be 3 new trainers on the Opal Bridge area. This is gonna be such a waste. We cannot go the top route anymore. But down here is where the strength boulder is. Push it out of the way and move on. So this is going to be our cue to go up here. You can get a Dragon Gem over there, and I don't think there's anything else except that Great Ball. Okay, good, good, good. There's a free Linkstone right there. So here you have kind of another gauntlet right here. As we come up here. And no, I don't want to renew that. So there are 2 double battles up here in a panel, and I'm going to talk to you as soon as I take care of both of those. And with those 2 out of the way, you can now activate this panel, and we can go up 1 more floor. We can't do anything here, I believe. We just have to skip over Shelly. But there is a battle here for Charlotte. So I'll talk to you when I finish that. So after that, Charlotte is free, and I'm going to skip through this. But we should be going back downstairs now. And so this is where we battle for Shelly, pretty much. I'll talk to you as soon as I clear that out. One thing I didn't mention earlier is I'm actually using this moment where I'm double battling with Kane to train up my Clink. Because it's just really easy to let him take care of some of the opponents, and my Clink can just absorb experience. My Clink is at the point where it's going to start trying to evolve, and I'm not going to let it for now. So anyways, up here we'll find Noel, and we'll find yet another set of double battles, pretty much. And we can finally move forward. Finally, I think I want to save right here. Or actually, you can save right here. Alrighty, so here is the doctor. If you move any steps forward, you're going to end up talking to the doctor. He will offer you a chance to fight him or not. And if you fight him now, whatever happens beyond this doesn't matter. If you don't fight him and you go up this next step of stairs, you'll encounter Sirius and you will end up fighting him instead. But it's an either one, and whichever one you fight now, you will not fight later on. I'm not going to show both battles, but their teams will be down below in the description. They are kind of difficult battles. Kane isn't exactly the best partner, I think. So that Musharna right there has an Amplified Rock, and it's going to try and set up Psychic Terrain, which can be very, very annoying. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to let his Nidoking try to take care of it, and it should knock it out right here. And we should take a little bit less damage from that. I don't believe I'm going to survive this, and that's completely fine. Or actually, I might swap out. I'm not sure who I want to swap out to, though. I guess my Ariados. It can take a hit. And he'll almost freaking knock out the Raichu, which is really good. And that doesn't matter because my Ariados here is going to knock out the Raichu anyways. That is just the most problematic member of this team. So again, Ariados is still being a little bit useful. Although it looks like he would have knocked it out anyways. But that's alright with me. So next he's going to send out Rotom. Rotom is a Will-O-Wisp Hex Foul Play set. I should be able to just crunch it down. Ouch, I don't think that crit mattered. The reason he tries to set up Psychic Train with his Musharna, and I gotta level up. I don't know if I mentioned this, but my Nidoqueen isn't shiny, and that's because this is my other save file. I probably should have mentioned that earlier. I'm running 2 save files for the Magma and Aqua Gang, and also for other events like this, which is why I'm kind of swapping them out. So anyways, here is going to come out his ace, which is going to be the Electivire. As all the elemental punches as well as meditate. I'm going to swap out to my Clink and kind of just hope it faints. Or not. Okay, that works. There we go. His Meowstic doesn't have screens, and I'm really trying to get my Meowstic out here so I can set up a Reflect, because his Electivire is physical. But as I was saying with the Musharna, as Psychic Drain with the Amplified Rock, so that's 8 turns of Psychic Drain, and he has 2 Psychic types, in Raichu and Alolan Raichu and Hypno. Both of them have Nasty Plot. Hypno actually has Hypnosis with a wide lens, and it can be really annoying if it sets up. So anyways, I should be able to absolutely destroy this Electivire. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's not going for me, which is interesting. He usually does. So my Nidoqueen just reached the level cap. That's kind of unfortunate. It means I didn't balance the experience out as well as I should have. And here comes the Hypno. It doesn't really matter what I do at this point. I could stall out a little bit. Could I? Maybe I could. I don't know. But I should be able to knock or do some pretty good damage to that Hypno. It's okay with me, actually. I'm gonna send out my Roselia. This is kind of 2v1 right now, which is fine. Because that Drompa right there is his last Pokemon. So my Roserade has now hit the level 50 cap as well. That's pretty good. Should be knocked out right now. Or not. I could have just Toxiced it. Toxic it. I can't speak. But I do have my Infernape right here, and I can just close combat this thing right now. And be done with it. So he's gonna run away, go upstairs. I'm gonna save after that. Did not mean to do that. But if we come up here, there will be another cutscene, and everybody should just get lost. Alright, now that all of that's taken care of, I believe I've explained everything properly. Don't forget to stay up here and get the RailNet key that's all the way in that corner over there. Hey everyone, so I'm sorry about this little injection here. I may have said earlier that I wasn't going to actually take on the Sirius Battle, but I changed my mind. I'm here on my separate save file, and I'm gonna go ahead and change my order here. So, we're here with the Shiny Nidoqueen, and we're also here with the file that's for the Magma game. And I said earlier in the series that I was going to take on and show off all these split route battles, pretty much. Well, most of them, the ones that kind of mattered. And so here we are. Sirius has a much different team. He's much stronger, and let's just get right into it. Anyways, it's time to start this battle right here. So there's a lot of complications to this battle. It's the harder battle out of the two, for sure. One, Kane just isn't that useful in this battle at all. And I think I'll go for a Reflect. The reason Kane isn't that useful is, one, Dr. Connal had 3 Psychic types. Ouch. That's gonna take out my Meowstic for sure. But Dr. Connal had 3 Psychic types, and Kane likes to spam Shadow Ball with his Nidoking, and he would spam Shadow Bone with his Alolan Marowak. So he had sort of a type advantage right there. Here, that doesn't really exist. I also think Sirius has higher level Pokemon, just slightly. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and Giga Drain that Minor, actually. There we go, it's down. So I'm gonna go ahead and Leech Seed the Toucannon right now. Hopefully it hits. Like, Toucannon is very strong. It has Beak Blast, Rock Blast, and it also has Tailwind and Roost, which is really annoying. Also has Skill Link, so its Rock Blast will always hit 5 times. It really hurts a lot. So anyways, let's see. I think if I chip out the Survivor, his Meowstic can take it out. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think I might want to keep my Roserade right now. So I'll send in my Clink to kind of be fodder. Thankfully, none of these Pokemon are holding an item except the Survivor, and the Survivor is only holding leftovers. It could be holding Black Sludge, which would be healing it for double. So that's kind of neat. And the Survivor is gone. And yes, I want to give it Mirror Shot. If you're following along with me and you're planning on using a Clink, then whenever it gets the opportunity to learn Mirror Shot, you definitely want to give it to them. Mirror Shot is such an important move coming up. So anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and Fire Pledge the Toucannon. He might heal it up. I knew for a fact that he was gonna First Impression Kane's Meowstic though. So out comes his Chandelure. It's going to get a boost in special defense, and it's going to get a Levitate-like ability. That's because we are currently fighting on a short circuit field. If this field was turned on and turned into a factory field, that boost could have been to its special attack, and it would have been given Laser Focus. Laser Focus just means that its attack will always crit, which is not good at all. So I'm going to go ahead and Fire Pledge the Blissapod, try and do a little bit of damage. And who comes in next? I'm not really sure here. I think I could go ahead and send out my Ariados and Sucker Punch the Chandelure. Just for a bit of chip damage here. And rip, his Muck is gone. But I'm gonna take out his Chandelier right there with my Ariados. Surprise, surprise. I did not expect that to happen. Ariados is still useful, just I don't really want to be using it as much. It's kind of use it as I need to. Hopefully it takes me out. Okay, that's good. Oh, rip, I almost killed the Scream Arena. But that's Sirius for you. He's very, very difficult. He's clearly the harder of the two battles. I'm not sure if I could recommend it to everybody. You're gonna have to fight him eventually later anyways. And now we just want to kind of leave the building and go back down underground. And now that we're out of here... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that dire hit right there. It's not really that big of a deal. So everybody should move on now that we've done that. I'm gonna put up a repel. So we should be heading over there, but first, if you notice these spots in the wall, these dark spots in the wall, you can actually use Rock Smash on them, and they'll open up and you can find various things inside. So if you just noticed, I found the house key. That's for the mover learner. Who knows how the heck she lost it down there. Anyways, we want to come over here and... I believe you want to talk to Shelly, actually. And that'll start the cutscene. I don't know if I want to do this now or not. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this now. So in order to move on, they've all moved towards this train. And in order to move on, you want to change the track so that the train will reach this area and plow through all that debris. It's pretty easy, honestly. A lot of it's just kind of common sense. And I believe... yeah, it should come down over here. Is it straight through there? And let's see here. Alright, I think that's actually taken care of. So that's not everything I want to do down here quite yet. There should be a couple more dark spots in the wall, like right here. We can break open. There's a corrupted Pokeball, that's for a quest later. That's to basically get Ralts, but you can't get it for a really long time. There should be another dark spot right here with the TM for Infestation. So if you picked up like a Shuckle over in Apollo Academy, then you're one step closer to being able to actually use it pretty well. I think that's everything for now. I think. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Ah, there should be this one right here. And Iron Bar, that's pretty much useless. Unless you're going to fling it, but if you do fling it, what are you going to do? You can't get it back. Alright, so I think that's all the dark spots in the wall for now. So now we want to head back over to the train. So everybody should join me over here. Noel and Anna should actually leave, and you want to talk to Noel to have him check the path. So once he says it's correct, you can board the train, and nope, I don't want to go into my menu here. You can talk to Charlotte, and you have a little cutscene here. This cutscene is actually pretty new to episode 18. If you're playing the current version of the game, I don't think we had this cutscene in version 17. So Heather's going to leave off on her own, and everybody is going to kind of go off and do their own thing. Which is fine. We could move on, but I don't really want to. There's still some things, still some unfinished business that we have to take care of down here. So we moved that train, and we actually opened up a path back there when we did move it. If I can get back over there, you can kind of see what I mean. There's a free common candy right there. Another free one right there, and there's a light ball over here. So if you grab that Pichu from the early game and you still have it, and you didn't evolve it into a Raichu or anything, it'd be pretty powerful. So we're gonna rock smash this spot, and you'll find a narrow little path right here. Should be a purple shard on one of these rocks, I think. Yep. If we keep moving, there's another rock smash spot right here. We can actually open this area up, so you can now get to it normally without the path. And we're gonna go over here. So this is a spot where you could really use Flash, but if we smash this rock right here and come over here, you'll basically find that one girl's boyfriend who fell under the city during the plant attack. There's an X special attack right here, and we're not quite done with this area yet. So there's a rock smash spot right here. You can find a free ability capsule right there. And is that everything? Yeah. So now if we go south, there's a little set of stairs over here. I'm absolutely horrible at dodging all of those spots on the ground. But there's another set of stairs here, and I think that's the last one. So there's one rock smash spot right here, and we'll finally find the field readout for Cave, which is pretty good considering we've been fighting in it for quite a while. Or we fought in it quite a few times. There's another spot over here, and it has the TM for Flash, which is really, really nice. So we can finally use that. I have to go into your menu for that. And again, I have a mod on that lets me use all the HMs without actually having to teach them. So finally, I think we finally got everything that we need to down here, and I'm going to meet you back up in the Obsidia Ward. Okay, so here in the Obsidia Ward, we can go into this Pokemon Center. This is the guy you saved earlier. He'll give you a department store sticker. So that's the first thing I wanted to take care of. The second thing I wanted to take care of is we can head over this way towards the Onyx Ward. And I'm sure you remember this girl over here. This is the move tutor. She was wandering outside her house. She locked herself out there. She'll give you a free hard scale, and she'll go back inside her house, and you can now use her to teach your team moves, which is pretty good. There's nothing I really want to teach my team right now. I think everybody's good. I could have gone ahead and given Infernape Flare Blitz, which could come in handy later on. But I'm not really too worried about that. So now that we've taken care of that, there's something else I want to take care of. And to do that, we're going to have to head back into the slums over here. And actually, I think it's better if I head from the other entrance. But basically, this has to do with the dull key that we found earlier. It should be in the rail net, and it was in one of the corners in the rail net near the area that the kids were in. Spray some repel here. I'm running out. So if we go up this way and go back over here, there was a gate that we couldn't quite open. But we can open it with the dull key. You'll see a little cutscene here, which is really noisy when I speed it up like that. And you'll have kind of a puzzle. Not really, though. I'm gonna put my Infernape over here in the front. So you'll have a few level 45 Pangorus to kind of fight. My Infernape should just one-shot them. Or not. I swear that must be a rule. I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? Okay, that's really, really unfortunate then. So you'll save that Scraggy over there. And he'll tell you to hit this switch over here. I believe there should be an item over here. Okay, I can't actually get that from here. That's really silly of me. Thought there was one on that side too, but I guess not. So now we're going to want to head over to this side. And I'm going to heal my paralysis really quick. I might want to heal up as well. I'm literally never going to use these anyways, so I might as well burn them now. We could have done this much earlier. You would have probably been around the level 30 mark, and these would have been kind of boss fights. Alright, so it was a roll earlier. Okay, that's good. And they would have given you a lot more experience at the time. So again, we want to move over this way, hit that switch. And this is the side with the item. Should be a sunstone. But again, if you did this earlier, they would have been boss fights, pretty much. And you might have gotten trashed. Might have. That's not how you get up there. I'm trying to think. Because I don't quite remember correctly. Oh, I'm silly. Okay, this is the way that you're... This is not the way. This is not the way. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm really sloppy, and I'm sorry about that. Is it over... No, it's not over there. Each side has their own little importance. This is the way over here, and the other side has the sunstone. So now that we can finally enter through both these gates, there's one final Pangoro, and he should be level 50 actually. So I'm going to end up mock punching this guy. I don't want to lower my stats just yet. Please don't paralyze me. You paralyzed me. That's rude. Again, these would have been kind of boss fights, so if you did these earlier, it would have kind of sucked for you. Because it's not all one fight. And while that means these fights would have been easier for you to kind of cheese with something like Toxic or... Did I light screen it? I think I might have light screened that instead of reflecting. I'm making an absolute mess out of this recording. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, if you came down here earlier, you would have been probably about level 30-ish, and it would have been a complete mess. There's so much running around, you likely would have needed to heal up in between each of the Pangoros, and it would have just been really annoying. So anyways, you get kind of a cool cutscene here. And you get to hear that bit of music. So the Scraggy is going to leave, but instead, the Scraggy wants to come with you. And I believe this is the only way that you can get a Scraggy. The Force Soul has no idea what it's getting into. It's just going to be trapped in my PC for all of eternity. So now that we've taken care of that, I think that's everything I want to do for this episode. Except for one more encounter that I didn't show off. So I will meet you south of Shade's Gym, actually. Alright, here we are. So I remember I showed off... I didn't heal up, did I? Oh, I did. That's good, that's good. So I'm going to repel right here. And... see if I can remember this. I believe I showed off the Smoochum event earlier, but I never actually did the fight for it. And that's what we're going to be doing right now. That was obviously a mistake. So let's see, I'm gonna put Meowstic in the front. Sub screens first, always. I'm gonna save in case I mess this up horribly. So again, this is level 57. You can easily deal with this now, and it's free experience if you do deal with it. So I'm gonna set up, I believe, light screen. This Bear Arctic has a habit of hailing, and then it will just try to spam Blizzard over and over again, which I find really annoying. But Blizzard cannot miss in the hail, so it's really good. Kind of good. To me, Bear Arctic is not a special attacker, so you wouldn't really expect something like this. I'm gonna send out my Infernape. I should outspeed, and I can just close combat this and it's down. Probably could have done that from the get-go, I wasn't really sure. So the Smoochum will want to come with us, and actually this Smoochum didn't even give us a choice. But anyways, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to take care of, and for the next episode I should meet you outside the mountain near the train. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.